Government has stepped up efforts to stamp out fraud and corruption within its social security system, and government will meet its target of upgrading informal settlements by 2014. Ambusisiwa Khadebe with the latest news update. Government has stepped up efforts to stamp out fraud and corruption within its social security system. Social Development Minister Bathabile Dlamini says the state provides social grants to over 15 million beneficiaries with a budget of 105 billion rand. The SA Social Security Agency has started a full re-registration of all social grant beneficiaries. Social Development Director General Vusi Madonsela says they estimate 10% of beneficiaries may be receiving grants fraudulently, and the state could be losing about 2 billion rand. Dlamini has meanwhile announced that government wants to raise the age of drinking to 21. She says an incoming ministerial committee on anti-alcohol and substance abuse is considering drafting a bill on major restrictions on alcohol marketing. Presidential spokesperson Mac Maharaj has denied reports that President Jacob Zuma went to Mexico to avoid being heckled at a Youth Day event he was scheduled to address at the weekend. Maharaj says the president is attending the G20 summit. He says the Youth Day event in Port Elizabeth was organized by the ANC, and Collins Chabane, in his capacity as minister in the presidency, represented Zuma. According to some reports, Zuma was inundated with pleas from his political inner circle not to attend the event because he would be embarrassed. And lastly, Human Settlements Director General Tabane Zulu says government will meet its target of upgrading informal settlements by 2014 in line with Millennium Development Goals. Zulu says they have already upgraded 59% of informal settlements. However, he says increasing populations pose a challenge, and authorities are working on a strategy aimed at developing rural job opportunities.
The number has not increased in terms of informal settlements, but what has happened is that the existing informal settlements are becoming more dense. The reason is simply because the urbanization of our strategies is continuing, and what we have done to deal with this matter or to contain our approach was to adopt a multi-pronged strategy in promoting work opportunities in rural areas so as to minimize the flow of people into urban areas.
Catch the latest news anytime here on Newsbreak, Option 1.